Hello, it's me from my new room. I've moved upstairs so it's much warmer and I could sleep better. Um, except somebody is freaking out and he screams. So, yeah, that's been a thing. It seems like it's a lot better for me to be up here because it's not cold all the time. And also, I can actually be up here and still watch for packages and be able to leave the room and do stuff. Hopefully, pretty soon Gigi will calm down and I can actually leave him for like without him shooting out and running to the basement door, meowing like his little world is ending. Um, he has discovered that he likes being up in the window, so he can't jump up there, so I have to put him up there. And yeah, so the last night wasn't really that much different than it has been the last few nights because Gigi has been scream meowing at the top of his lungs um every night for the last week. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I think he was just getting too cold. He's got really bad arthritis in his hips and his front paws, so he might be just too cold and just not with it enough to realize that that's the thing. Um, but upstairs it's not that cold up here, and the guys actually like it cold, so the having the computer stuff down there is fine because it'll create some heat, and I don't even know if they're gonna need the heater, so that's a thing. So it seems like it's a little bit better situation all in all. Ugh, I'm getting pretty decent sales this month as far as my famous Joe's vendor booth goes. I got my booth cost in the first week and I'm already working on getting a check. I'm just hoping to get more stuff sold. I'm hoping that more Kraken hats sell because they seem to be very popular for Halloween. So I'm hoping that I get a few more sold. One sold during the sale. I was hoping there would be more, but can't always get everything. So but I sold one and I sold some other stuff and I'm selling these little ghosty things. I don't know if anybody's noticed the little sus dudes, but they were only brought up a couple days ago, so we'll give them a little time to see if they can figure that out. My spiders, so I don't even know if I have bats up there, so I have to get on. Those are projects that I need to get on, and there's just so much. It feels like there's just so much to do. It just kind of feels a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm very tired because someone's not letting me sleep. I wonder who that is, huh, Gigi? He's in the closet, so he's in there. He's Gigiing. But yeah, I'm very, very, very tired and considering taking a nap. But I'm liking it better so far. It's not as cold. I can touch the wall without worrying about spiders and I'm still on the floor. I need to get into a real bed, but I'm working on it. So so tired. Um I'm really thinking about taking a nap if Gio let me. People will let me. I think Eli's expecting a package. Um I don't know if it's coming today or tomorrow or when. I'll have to ask him when he gets up if it hasn't come. Um, why am I so tired? Biting my nails. I hate that I do that, but I don't even know why I do it. I've been doing it for so long, it's just second nature and I can't stop. I even tried putting that nasty stuff on. Didn't work. I just chewed the nasty stuff off and puked and kept doing it. I don't know what that is. It could be a type of pica, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. And yeah, for right now with the setup, I'm gonna be reaching over because that's where the mouse is. But that's okay because it's not that bad of a position. My arm popped, something in my arm popped and it's starting to feel better. I got a little bit more range. God damn it, will you stop? Ugh. My computer thinks that I need to be alerted about every stupid little thing every 5 minutes, so And then half this stuff it's telling me about I don't even care about. Um, some of it might even be scams. I'm hearing stuff about stimulus checks, but as far as I know, there haven't been any further stimulus packages. Right now, I'm more concerned about getting on my Social Security, but things might be getting better because it sounds like my roommate's mother got on Social Security and she started her flight a little before I did. So hopefully, it won't be too hard and I can get on disability and that'll be good. Um, ugh, I'm just so tired. Ugh. Because somebody was screaming last night. Hopefully he doesn't scream as much tonight. I love this kitty, but he is a loud boy. It's part of having a Siamese cat. If I'd have known he was part Siamese, I don't know that I would have taken him, but I probably would have because they were gonna put him down. It was just so unfair to him to be put down just because he's black and nobody wanted him. They also thought he was feral, so that might have had something to do with it. A lot of people don't want to deal with ferals. They're good cats. You won't have any mice. But I think people are more looking for cuddly, snuggly boy, which is exactly what he is. I just didn't know that he just needed some TLC and he'd be fine. Um, but yeah, he's loud. I don't like that about him. He's just so loud. But his anxiety and the loudness is the only thing I really don't like about him. It's just, you know, the rest of him, he's just a sweet, cuddly little boy. Once he calms down, he'll just be in my lap constantly and just purring his little brains out. So once he calms down, it'll be fine. So I think everybody has stuff about him people don't like. And it's good if you can say that this is what I don't like about you. So I wish people were more able to do that with me because people just say they don't like me and then I ask them why and they don't really have a reason. So I mean, which is, we don't have to get along with everybody, but I kind of think it's more fair to people if you don't like them, if you can actually say why you don't like them, and not just like your voice is annoying, and because that just sounds like an excuse for not liking somebody. But yeah, I get a lot of people will tell me they don't like me, but they can't articulate what it is they don't like about me. And if there is something about my personality that I need to change, I'd really like it if people would tell me because if I'm doing something that's annoying you, I can try to not do it or at least not do it around you. And then if it's something related to one of my conditions, maybe I can explain I'm not even aware that I'm doing that. That kind of thing, because there are things that happen when you have neurological conditions, and I'm dealing with multiple things because I was born premature. I have natural disabilities, and I was severely neglected and abused as a child. So I've got brain damage from being hit in the head. I've um, got all kinds of stuff. I got PTSD brain, so sometimes I just do weird shit, and then my face does things on its own. I just don't have any control over it anymore. So I just don't even try. And then like people are like, why does your face just do that weird thing? And it's because it does. I mean, I noticed that when I started noticing the facial myo bullshit part of the fibro, like half my face will just droop and I can't move it, and it's painful, but it's hard to describe it as pain because it's just this really weird. It's not functioning. It's like the muscles are trying to move, but they can't. Kind of feeling. It's just weird. I think pain would be definitely the feeling class, but it's at the same time it isn't really pain. It's more like the electrical impulses aren't going where they're supposed to, so they're just jettisoning off into your face. That's kind of what it feels like. But I don't like it, but I mean, what am I gonna do? Even if they figure out what's going on with the fibro, I'm not a good candidate for having much improvements because I've been dealing with it since I was little, or at least we were pretty sure that I've been dealing with it since I was little because I was present when my dad got killed, and that's pretty stressful. Um, My mom is one of those weird people where I don't really even know if she knows what she's saying when she's saying things, because she'll say one thing one time and then the next thing the other. And she says weird things like, one time she'll say I was there, and another time she'll say I wasn't there, and another time she'll say that wasn't my dad. It's like she doesn't really even know what's going on, I don't think. And there's been a few times when she told me that I wasn't her daughter, and I thought about doing those ancestry things and like submit my DNA and find out. I just don't have the money because those things are kind of expensive. And if it turns out I'm not her daughter, then I have to figure out who I am, I guess. Which, I mean, as far as like me, the person, that's not going to be too difficult. But as far as like, what is my real family line? Um, we'd have to, the real family line would have to be genetically similar to the one I was raised in if I'm not her daughter. I'm not saying I'm not, I'm just saying that it's weird that she would tell me that I wasn't her daughter. I don't know. I don't think she wanted me. I think she had this illusion of what children were like, and I just never fit into her little box. I think it had a lot to do with being sickly. Um, and then my mom does have some pretty significant mental health issues. I would say what she has, but she'd have to go in and get diagnosed in order for us to know that. So we're pretty sure, though, that it is a form of bipolar, a more severe one with some psychotic issues. It's very difficult to tell, though, because she was also drinking and using drugs, and so things were getting out of control growing up. So that's part of the reason why I have some behaviors that I don't even like them. I get these weird little brain shut off moments where my face is talking about something and I don't know what's going on. It's like little movies playing in my head, and I'm trying to get it to quit because I don't know why it's doing that. I'm probably stressed out or tired, too tired or something, and my brain is just like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. It's it's just really difficult to try to explain to people that that's not actually mentally illness. Though some people who have those symptoms, it is mental illness, because and that's part of the reason why it's really important to be really honest when you go in to see your doctors, because the one symptom, depending on what's going on with the person, it can be mental or it can be neurological, a sign of brain damage or some other kind of misfire. Um, so you have to make sure you're letting your doctors know what you know of your past. And I know it can be difficult with a lot of people who were abused because you don't remember things. You don't remember them, or you start to think you're not remembering them correctly. So but if you tell your doctor, hey, this is was abused, so there's a bunch of stuff that happened and I don't remember all of it. And they'd ask you some basic questions like, did you receive head injuries? Um, or could you have received head injuries? Or they'll even look into your history, because now everything's computerized. They can go back to birth with some people. I don't know if they can do that with me, because some of my records might have gotten destroyed in a fire in Olympia before computers were really that much of a thing. But with a lot of younger people, yeah, you can go right back to birth. I mean, like my kids, everything about my kids is in a computer. All their medical history is in a computer. So they can go all the way back to when they were born, probably even the start of the pregnancy with the older two that whose pregnancies were documented before I went into labor, because I wasn't being manipulated into having an abortion. Yeah, I love how people just think they can tell you what to do. I was in the South when that happened, so they tried to manipulate me into aborting um my last pregnancy, and I was stubborn and didn't even let them know that I was pregnant. I knew I was pregnant. So I went to an adoption agency, and it was just ridiculous how the state of Arkansas treated me when I finally let the doctors know that I was pregnant, because I didn't want to get manipulated into doing something that I didn't believe in. Um, and I don't even know why the doctors wanted to do that, because I've noticed this thing where they'll tell me something and then I'll find out that that wasn't exactly accurate, and I'm like, well, then why did you say that if it wasn't accurate? And then they don't really have there's no answer. They don't want to say. Because I mean, like, I was told I would never get pregnant ever. I was completely infertile, and turns out they should have said I shouldn't get pregnant instead of don't get pregnant. They said instead of that I couldn't. Because there's a huge difference between shouldn't and couldn't. But by the time I figured out why they said I shouldn't be pregnant, I'd already had my first baby. So yeah. So I think today we're talking about clear communications, especially when it comes to disabilities, even though I'm a little bit rambly. Like I said, I'm very, very, very tired. It would be less rambly. Someone will let me sleep. He knows. He's in there. He's giving me dirty looks. Yeah. But yeah, I wish people could be more clear when they talk to me. Because, like, if I am doing something that's bothering somebody, it's totally okay for you to tell me that it's bothering you. Um, it's just, but like I said, it's just a lot of people will tell me that they don't like me or they find me annoying and then it's just some thing that I don't have any control over, like my sound of my voice. Uh, the way that I talk, they don't realize that I swear a lot because I don't have filters. I mean, a brain damage that I have completely knocked out a couple of my filters. So before I can even stop myself, there's a fuck word or you know, it happens. It's kind of like having Tourette's syndrome, only I don't have Tourette's syndrome. Or maybe I do, and it's just not the type that most doctors are used to seeing. But anywho's, it's very much you just say it, it just comes out. It's like the filter that stops you from saying it or saying it that way is just gone. So I can't do anything about that. I can't. When I'm doing really well, sometimes I can filter. When I'm around kids, I can filter mostly. Um, but most of the time it's just, yeah, you ask me a question, you're gonna get the answer, and if you don't like it, you shouldn't have asked me. So that's just how it is. And I don't think people like that I'm matter of fact like that, so whatever. Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm gonna try to take a nap later. Maybe after I'm done doing this computer stuff I gotta do. But yeah, I just had a little seizure. It's nothing to worry about. I get them all the time. I think they're called microfocal. They're teeny tiny little seizures. They just in and out. They happen more when I'm stressed or tired. Um, I did overdo it yesterday. My legs are so sore. Went to the store to get milk and a little bit of food, and oh my god, oh my god. That was hard. Um, but I made it back, and I might try and get a nap. So that's a good thing. I keep saying that I'm gonna get a nap. You know what? Maybe I should go and get a nap. Um, if you guys like what I'm doing, even if I'm a little spacey because I need a nap. um, yeah, like and subscribe because I think if I get 10 subscribers, I might look into some stuff and it's really helpful because I want this to be disability friendly and like big community and help people to be able to figure out can you work or should you go on Social Security? And then if you can work, what work is there? Can you create your own work? That kind of stuff. Um, Also, I want to be able to help people to figure out ways of helping them to cope with symptoms. And I'm not real big into drugs, so I'm not going to be pushing the whole drug and take a pill or this thing, this thing, it's natural. Yeah, a lot of things are natural, but they're not healthy. Um, that kind of stuff. I figure it out because some people they do need the medicine. That one that's lovingly referred to as the suicide disease, you definitely need medication. It's just your nervous system just completely freaking out, and I don't even know what to do about that. I don't know. I'm just glad I don't have that. I feel really, really bad for the rare people that get that. So but yeah, and then there's like other ones where it's just like every so often this or that happens, or every so often that or that happens, and then you just talk about things that help, like weight management, and like with fibro, weight management is really good. Like if you're too thin or too fat, you're gonna have a lot of problems. But if you can find that perfect little happy medium spot, then you're gonna be okay. The things are gonna happen because it's fibro, but you'll be okay. Um, you won't have as many symptoms, and you might even have a little bit more energy, but you're not going to see a massive improvement. It's just going to be, but you will see an improvement. That's just the nature of fibro. MS is kind of the same way. I don't know much about lupus, but except that if you are diagnosed fibromyalgia, MS, and lupus are one of those things. If you're diagnosed with one, you pretty much don't have the others. But yeah, there's specific little details about each one that's a little bit different that they look for when they're trying to figure it out. And with all three of them, they do pretty much rule out other things that could be causing the symptoms, and then they look at that stuff, and then like I don't have lupus, I don't have MS, I don't have a whole bunch of other stuff that they tested me for, so it was fibromyalgia because it's the only thing that fits with the symptoms, but there's not even a diagnostic test that specifically states that it's fibro. So you pretty much rule out everything else and then you get told it's fibro. But yeah, I just went off on another little ramble. I guess I'm rambly today. Okay, I should go. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Like and subscribe. Tell me stuff to talk about. Bye.